Hello viewers, today for initial checkout we have a Uniden 2.4 GHz analog cordless telephone. This is the model EXI2246. And this one was kind of intriguing to me because the antennas and the physical handset and the base seem to be of a pretty decent size. Uniden made a good number of these analog 2.4 GHz phones over the years, and most of them were pretty bad because they were, economy grade to start out with, and then they were the compact style, and the range was just awful. In a lot of cases, you were better off with a corded phone. So I'm curious to see if this one is any better. Now, of course, it is analog, so the antenna size is not going to stop the fact that there's going to be interference from, computers and so forth, but it's possible that the range could be at least acceptable. So let's find out. I'm going to take a look at the box first. Probably not too many of these boxes around at this point. And you can pause the video to read these features if you so desire. Okay, so we have the power cord and the telephone cord. Handset. And the base. The instruction manual, I guess, is not in there. Oh no, here it is. Is this it? No. This is the product registration. Well, I kind of was expecting the manual to be in there, but at least the manual is something you can still get. Base looks like it's in pretty good condition. And the antenna is about the length of, it's even a little bit longer than the full-size 900 MHz models. And the handset is also in pretty good condition, relatively clean. And the antenna probably is about the same as a full-size 900. There's a battery in here, unfortunately. And let's see, has it leaked? Nope, it looks to be okay. And the battery is from the 2002. And it's made by GPI, so chances are this battery still works. I'm going to put a different battery in here just for the video, because I don't want to sit there and wait for it to charge up for an hour or two. I got other things to do today. It's the snowing today, and years ago when it snowed to the point where it wasn't safe to be on the roads, you could get a day off. It was very nice. Now you just have to work at home. It's stupid virus. Okay, we got a battery in there. It's charged up and working. And you know what else we don't have, which stinks, is the belt click. Because those are getting very hard to find. Okay, power cord is obnoxiously tangled up here. That wasn't too bad. Alright, let's plug this in. And plug in the phone line. And it looks like the base is natively wall mountable. zoom into the informations for those that are interested in seeing that. Okay, so let's put this down here. I'll get that piece of cardboard that I usually use so you can get a better view on it. And there we go. It looks like the caller ID log is full. So I'll go through and delete that. The last entry is from 5/23. We're in 201, so this hasn't been used in at least 7 months or so. More than that. That's too early for counting. Alright, let's just delete everything in there. Delete. Yes. Okay. And let's see, is the memory empty? It is. Alright. I believe in these, they store the caller ID in non-volatile memory, but yet the directory, which you have to spend time tediously putting each entry in, was in volatile memory. So if it lost charge, you lost the directory entries. Never understood that. It's really one of the only things that didn't make sense to me about Uniden's designs. Alright, let's go ahead and call this thing up. Appears to be on the flicker ring. There's the caller ID. Auto talk is on. Appears to be working. The sound comes out the back on this one, which is kind of unusual. They almost always came out the front. Of course, it has the physical relay in the base for to hang up and talk. Alright, let's see here. We'll go to an outside line and we'll make a call.
Good morning. Life is complicated. We're here to help. Peoples.com/insights. People's United Bank.
The sound is a little bit on the high side. I'm not sure if the capsule's wearing out or if it's just a cheap phone, so it sounds like a cheap phone. But it's perfectly clear. Winger seems a bit louder than normal on these things. Alright, so now I'm going to go ahead and call the testing answering machine. I'll record a message as I roam across the room.
3 new messages and 9 old messages. Message 1.
This is a test of the Uniden 2.4 GHz telephone. The side tone sounds kind of strange on here. Anyways, I'm going to leave the studio now, and I already hear some static. Actually, I hear quite a bit of static. Okay, the reception's terrible. I'm all the way across the room. It may not be quite as bad on the other end because I believe it's 2.4/900, but it's just pure static. Maybe it's interference static, I don't know, but it's awful. I'm going to change the channel and see if it gets any better.
Message 2.
The channel change didn't make it any better. I'm not sure if that's static because it's out of the range, or it's like interference static from the computers. Okay, I'm going to hang it up now using the end button so we can hear what that sounds like.
Message 3.
Now I'm going to hang up by putting it back in the base.
End of messages.
That was interesting. It sounded completely clear on the return side. So I suspect this does have a fair bit more range than the smaller models. However, it's still plagued with interference. Since you weren't able to hear that, I'm going to call here, and we'll just leave a blank line, and I'll hold this up to the camera so that you can hear what I was hearing. Okay, hopefully you can hear that. It's like a very rapid clicking sound. And that is going to be a byproduct of most likely a Wi-Fi transmission, which is just another reason why I don't like to use Wi-Fi. Anyways, I took this off the camera so I could put it closer to the phone, so I guess I gotta hold it for the rest of the video. So that's going to be that for the Uniden 2.4 GHz EXI2246. Very interesting to test this in a cleaner environment where there's no stinking Wi-Fi, because I suspect it may work okay.